anybody be happy in a room with no windows and no light coming inside?
Nice try, counselor. But nothing's gonna help this office except arson.
Shh, don't tell anyone. We're planning that later.
Oh.
It's nice of you to come by and visit a lonely prisoner.
Oh.
You're wet.
Yeah, well, I was bringing Alice her rain gear, and since I was close by, I decided to stop in to see my favorite sister-in-law and see how she's doing with this ugly office.
Yeah, well, now you know.
Well, isn't there somebody you could complain to about this? Huh?
You know, I was supposed to have that lovely corner office, you know, the one with lots of windows. And then they got a new junior partner, and I got evicted. I don't know, maybe they think that I'll do better work if I'm not distracted by all the windows and the nice light outside.
Well, if I were you, I'd protest.
I'm not important enough to protest here yet.
A couple of months, they'll make you a new partner. How's that?
Oh, that's sweet. Diluted, but sweet.
Oh, come on. Who is this new partner anyway, huh?
Mason Capwell, Esquire.
What? Mason Capwell is working it? He's the new partner?
And you know what the worst part is? As of today, I have to answer to him. How do you like that for one of life's little ironies?
Wait a minute. Does he know that you're working here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knows. He said, quote, I look forward to working with you.
How are you gonna handle that?
Oh, with kid gloves and a 10-foot pole at least. Anything to keep me distanced.
Yeah, there's one more thing though, isn't there? When you start showing your pregnancy, how are you gonna feel about that?
I'm not worried. I'm a professional. My pregnancy has absolutely nothing to do with Mason. Except in the abstract.
Excuse me.
Oh, hi. Can I help you?
I'm not sure. I thought this was Julia Wainwright's office.
Oh, it used to be. She's next door now.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry.
well, ladders can be kind of tricky. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm Jake Morton.
Oh, yes, I know. I'm Victoria Lane. Victoria Capwell. Nice to meet you.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting you in person. I mean, I never watched TV that much, but I sure always knew who you were.
Oh.
Just a minute.
What?
Is everything all right?
Yeah, I took a little stumble off the ladder. Mr. Morton came here to my rescue.
Well, should you encounter Mr. Morton again, I'd like you to move as quickly as possible in the opposite direction.
Look, I'm not a menace to anybody. I didn't touch Haley.
Well, that'll be for a jury to decide, won't it?
Mason, don't.
You're right, there's no point. Jake is society's problem, not mine.
You know, I can't wait for the day you find out how wrong you are.
Hi. Oh, it's nasty out there, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's getting worse.
You know, I'm very impressed with the resources the university has placed at my disposal. It's a well-organized, well-kept facility. What are you doing with those?
I'm unpacking them.
Oh, no, thank you. Don't bother, please. I'll take care of that.
Whatever you say.
It's just that I have everything in a very specific order. It's easy for me to do it than try to explain.
It's fine with me.
What's that?
Well, I was wondering if you remember it.
Yes. I certainly did. However did you come by this? This was taken the day I graduated from Harvard Medical School. And 3 months later, your mother became Mrs. C.C. Capwell.
Mason, that's a nail, not a steak. You don't have to pound it so hard.
Anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Well, it's overdone now.
Good. Hand me that thing.
You want to tell me what's wrong?
Sure. The world is full of injustice, Victoria. Starvation and homelessness, the imminent threat of nuclear war, and the price of movie tickets keeps going up. Raises my hackles, whatever those are.
And that's all that's bothering you?
No. What's really bothering me is that Julia's actually defending that guy.
Who, Mr. Morton?
Don't call him Mr. Morton. It shows too much respect. I don't know how she can stand up for him. I mean, it's not like she was appointed to the case. She's doing it voluntarily on her part. That makes it unforgivable. Is that straight?
Sort of. You know, she must feel very strongly about his innocence, otherwise she wouldn't be doing it. How's that?
All right, it looks more crooked than it did when I thought it was straight.
It does
It does,
not.
too. We can't have anything crooked in an attorney's office except for the client. No, I think it's just perversity and stubbornness on her part.
Are we still talking about Julia?
No.
You know, it seems to me that she's simply standing up for what she believes in.
What she believes in is being stubborn and perverse. You don't know her very well, Victoria.
You're right, I don't know her very well, but I have some very definite impressions.
Julia's problem, one of her problems at least, is that she has very poor judgment where the opposite sex is concerned. She's always getting hurt, and other people sometimes wind up getting hurt in the process.
You're really upset by this, aren't you?
You bet I am.
Well, I really can't form an opinion. You're right, I don't know Julia very well yet.
Something else around here that I wanted to hang.
Jake Morton?
There's no point in my even going to trial. Mason Capwell already has me tried and convicted.
It's a good thing Mason isn't the jury.
Yeah, well, I sure bet he knows how to influence one.
I'd like to think that I have some small talent in that area myself.
Look, you know, I didn't mean that you didn't. I don't know what I'm saying.
I think that you need to calm down.
Yeah,
Jake.
sure.
Have a
How?
seat.
I mean, I feel like my neck's in a noose.
You have got to stop letting Mason get to you. You know, I mean, he loves to shake people up. This is one of his favorite tactics.
Well, he's really doing a good job at it. I mean, tell me something. How am I supposed to beat this rap if I got the whole Capwell family lined up against me, including Haley? I mean, I can't believe she actually went to the cops and told them I did it.
Let me tell you something about Haley, Jake. She is in a very fragile state of mind right now. She is not feeling well, and she is not.
She ought to
thinking
know that I would
clearly.
never hurt her.
Will you let me finish? Thank you. She is very confused. She is very frightened. Now, from what I can get out of her, she is really not sure what happened that night. Now, I know Timmons is trying to press for a conviction, and I know that he's taking advantage of her confusion right now to make her statement look damaging to you.
Yeah, well, it's going to be really hard to prove. And besides, if you know, she didn't see the guy who did it, and she's got everyone convinced it's me, how are we ever going to change her mind? Huh?
That's a fair question. And I have to tell you that the answer is I don't know. But this is what we've got ahead of us. This is my job. Now, meanwhile, I want you to stay as far away from the Capwells as possible. Now, you're scared and you have a temper, and you have to do whatever you can to keep that under control until the trial is over. Now, I mean it. I don't want you punching people out in bars. I don't even want you throwing harsh words out to anyone in public. Is that clear?
Yeah. But I don't see where it's going to get me. Even if I go around acting like an altar boy, people's minds are made up.
You don't have to see. Just trust me.
What else can I do?
You can tell me where you're going to be tonight in case I need to get a hold of you.
I don't know. I guess maybe I'll catch a movie or get a bite to eat or something, and then go home. I'm not sure.
Okay. Just make sure that you don't drink or get into any trouble, all right?
Look, Miss Wainwright, along with not being a rapist, I'm also not a troublemaker.
It sounds as if you really cared about my mother.
Cared? Victory, I thought the world of her. I adored her. I was no match for Cece Capwell. Not socially, not financially. I was a very shy man at the time. I just immersed myself in my work. Research doesn't pay enough to build mansions. There's no way I could compete with Cece. Simply swept Pamela right off her feet.
But I mean, where were you when they broke up? I mean, why didn't you just come back into her life then?
No, I was in Central Europe. I mean, I didn't even find out about the divorce until it was too late. She was with your father.
So is that why you hired me to work for you here? Because Pamela was my mother? You know, I'm not even remotely qualified to be working here.
Don't sell yourself short. You're going to play a very important part in my project. Besides, you and I, we have a great deal in common.
Oh, really? Like what?
Hi.
Kelly!
Hi.
Oh, hello.
It is pouring out there. The traffic is terrible. Two people are stuck everywhere.
I know I was out there. Let me have your coat.
No, thanks. I'm not staying long.
Oh, well, while you're here, I want to tell you that I thought your parents' wedding yesterday was lovely, really lovely.
Oh.
It was a pleasure to be a part of it.
Well, I know Daddy was glad to see you after all those years, and my mother was quite impressed with you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello? What brings you out on a day like this?
Well, actually, I like days like this. So I offered to do an errand for Eden. In fact, here. This she wanted me to get you.
What is this?
Well, open it and find out.
I don't get it. What is this for?
It's the rest of the fee for playing at the wedding yesterday.
Oh, no, it's generous. Thank Eden for me, will you? And then take it back and give it to your mother and father. Tell them to enjoy an evening on me, and to buy something that they really like. Tell them it's my gift to the newlyweds.
Gin on the rocks with a slice.
Thanks.
It's a public place. Boss says we have to serve anyone.
I know your alma mater means a great deal to you, and I was hoping you'd consider making a special donation to help us meet our end of the school year goals.
They found a very attractive fundraiser in you, Caroline.
But I'm only effective if I succeed.
Doesn't she have any place else to go?
Come on now, Alice. She has a perfect right to be here. You know, all I'm wondering is when you're just going to let up and go ahead and forgive the woman. What you're holding against her happened almost 19 years ago.
All she didn't do was return a few phone calls that could have kept me out of the hospital. Yeah, I'm expected to forgive her for that. Yeah. After spending 6 years there.
Hey, what are you doing? Listen, I hope this is everything you need.
Thank you, Lionel. Oh, gosh. You're sweet to come out in this awful weather.
Well, if it weren't like this, why would you need these, huh?
Oh, here, look, you sit down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get you something hot to drink, okay?
Well, that sounds like a good idea. Thank you.
Damn chowder looks good today.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
All right, it's on the way.
Okay.
Oh, that's more than generous, Mr. Warfield. Well, I can't thank you enough.
I'm happy to do it. And you can tell the Dean, I can't remember when they've had a more knowledgeable, more personable fundraising assistant.
Oh, you're very kind. And thank you again on behalf of the university.
Goodbye.
Bye. Lionel?
Mind if I join you for a moment?
No, I don't mind.
Yeah, come on in.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be leaving early because of the storm.
Well, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to be leaving myself, so be sure you drive carefully.
Thank you. There's something else.
What?
Jake Morton.
Oh, he's something else, all right.
You still believe he's guilty, don't you?
Just as firmly as you believe he's innocent. Which conclusion you leapt to only after you'd seen the results of his polygraph tests. Never mind that those things are far from infallible.
Yes, that influenced me, but that's not what I base my decision on.
Oh, what did you base it on? Women's intuition? Tarot cards, maybe?
Very funny. But, you know, this case is all very circumstantial. You keep making that same mistake. You know, you were sure Gus Jackson was guilty because of this heavy weight of circumstantial evidence, and now you're doing it again with Jake.
Well, at least the law of averages is on my side. As long as we're talking about repeating mistakes, why don't we look at yours?
Do I want to hear this?
Now, Jake is young, good-looking, broad-shouldered. Everything an innocent man should be, right?
I resent that. Mason, why do you always have to be insulting?
Aren't you mature enough to look at your own shortcomings?
All right, I admit it, okay? I have made errors in judgment in the past because I've gotten myself to it.
I'll say you have.
Do you have to rub it in? And let me tell you something, you have made just as many mistakes by doing it the other way. And I would rather be wrong believing that somebody is innocent than doing it your way. I don't want to see another innocent man put behind bars.
I don't want to see another innocent woman hurt the way my sister-in-law was. I'm sorry. But if you can't tell what's underlying my concern, counselor, you're not nearly as perceptive as I thought you were.
Good night.
So what kind of experiments is Dr. Nicholas involved in?
Well, I don't know too much about it yet, but I'm sure it's nothing that would make a great horror film or anything like that.
I can't imagine you working in a place like this.
Why not? It's a job.
Jeffrey, I just don't think you're the type who's very keen on science, and obviously you're not going to serve humanity. I mean, you could get a better job as a waiter.
I don't need career counseling, thank you very
No,
much.
I think you need your head checked. Music. Why aren't you involved in music or something like that?
Like what? Playing on the street corner with a monkey, perhaps? You know, obviously, a rich girl like you doesn't have to worry about such mundane things as trying to figure out how to earn a living. The sad truth is that most musicians can't support themselves purely by music alone, you know?
Why do you always bring up the subject of money every time we talk? You know, you think about it a lot more than I do.
Because when you have it, you don't have to think about it.
Let's drop it, all right?
Fine. I didn't bring it up in the first place.
Yes, you did.
This is not dropping it, is it?
Jeffrey, all I intended to say was my family has a lot of connections in a lot of different fields, and maybe they could find someone where you can
Enough of that, okay? Enough. Okay?
Okay. Sorry, I forgot. You're too proud to be helped by anyone. You know? Now, what is it every time you waste your life? Jeffrey! Jeffrey! Get it! Ah! Oh! What? What did you do?
I burnt my hand, that's what.
Come here.
Why did you have to shout
come
like
here,
that?
put it in the water. It's gonna blister.
Oh.
Does it hurt?
Of course it bloody hurts.
All you had to do was turn off the burner. Why'd you grab the stupid thing?
I thought it was about to explode or something. Now, I made a mistake. I'm paying for it, all right?
You are a klutz. You're a klutz. You are. I don't know why you're doing it. Why did you settle for this job?
Kelly, I don't think it's any of your business.
I'll bet if I asked you what you had for breakfast, you'd say the same thing, all right? I never learned, do I?
No, well, you know, some people don't.
Okay, I think I'm just about done here. Thank you very much. You can soak your own hand, and why don't you soak your head, too?
unusual pickup. Glamour just walked in.
Oh, yes, this is my glamorous brown rat look.
Well, here, take this off. Here, let me get that for you.
Okay,
I
hold
have
on.
to dry you out and warm you up,
This
huh?
is true. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Take this too, if you would.
Now, I want an explanation. Whoops. What are you doing in this rain and this weather
Well, I'm
tonight?
supposed to meet Mason. I'm a little early.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll tell you what. How about a nice hot cup of cappuccino white?
I think I would prefer some hot chocolate, please.
Hot chocolate coming right up, boss.
Well, I've known Ed Warfield for some time, and he's not what you call free with a dollar. You must have said all the right things. I'm impressed.
Thank you. It turned out pretty well.
I take it you like the job.
Well, first few days were pretty harrowing, but I've begun to enjoy it. I meet a lot of interesting people, and I've started to find out that I'm not just asking for a handout. I have something of my own to contribute. Fundraising takes a certain skill, and I think maybe I have it.
I never doubted for an instant that you had talent.
Well, that's nice to hear. I'm afraid I haven't been that confident always.
Johnny's. It's for you.
Oh, thank you. Hello?
Hi, it's me. I'm still at the office.
Wrong place. We're supposed to be here.
Yeah, I know, and I'm sorry, but it looks like I'm going to be late if I get there at all.
Why? What happened?
Well, I have a deposition I'm going to have to drop off at Julia. She's going to need it in court tomorrow morning, and I forgot to give it to her before she left.
Can a messenger deliver it?
No. This document's too important to trust to a messenger.
Well, if you have to go, you have to go.
And considering the driving conditions and how bad the roads are, how many of them are closed, I think it might be better if I met you at home instead of at Johnny's place. I don't want you there waiting for me for hours.
All right, I'd rather meet you at home anyway.
Be careful driving. Now, the roads are treacherous.
Yes, I will drive like a snail.
There's got to be a joke in there somewhere about snails driving as cargoes, but I can't work it out at the moment.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out tonight.
Okay.
I'll see you later. Bye. Excuse me, do I pay you?
Nope, on the house, boss's orders.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
Something else?
No, thanks.
Rick, yeah. You mind if I take off now? It's quiet anyway, and I need to get home. The roof of my house is leaking like a sieve. Roof? What are you gonna do about it then? Well, I have to pack up some plastic, cover up the worst of it. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Thanks. Good luck. Yeah.
Hey, thank you for the hot chocolate.
Oh, wait a minute. You're going? Why?
Yeah, Mason got tied up. I'm gonna meet him at home.
Okay. Whoa. Better be going now, but be careful, huh?
I will. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Gus. Yeah? Listen, would you mind taking care of the place, maybe closing up for me? No. Because Johnny gets scared when he hears thunder and lightning, and I know the sitter's real good and everything, but, you know, I get it.
Well, you go ahead on. Me and Alice will look out for everything around here.
It's great. You know, the best idea I ever had was hiring you two for this place. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
So, if you want to use my name for the annual fundraiser you're having, you're welcome to it.
That's a lovely gesture, Lionel, but it won't be necessary.
Well, maybe it is, and I guess I'm just trying to apologize.
That isn't necessary either.
It is to me. You went to a lot of trouble for my birthday, and I wasn't very gracious in the way I accepted it.
Actually, I should be thanking you.
For my bad manners?
No, because you made me realize how important it is to me to be completely independent, not to rely on anybody but myself. Now, I've never really had to do that before. I'll let you in on a secret. Feels pretty good.
I think I understand.
But, Lana, I don't want you to feel badly about anything. You've done more for me than you've ever done to me. I really have got to be going. It's all well and good to be independent, but it's not that nice to be washed away in a storm.
Let me drive you home.
No, thank you. As I said, I a lot in Independence.
Gus!
Yeah, I'll call 911. Tell them what happened.
Take your hands down.
Am I all right?
It doesn't look too bad. You're hurting.
My arm. Oh, the sound of that glass
look,
coming through that window was... Oh.
Okay, here, give me your hand. Hold this.
Lionel, the phone's out, and I can't raise anyone at the place next door.
Okay, guys, you got a first aid kit?
Yeah, right. It's right over there.
Hold this right here. Huh? And the power lines must be down. Have you got a flashlight,
Alice,
Gus?
there's some candles behind the bar. Why don't you get them? I'll go looking back and see what I can find. You all right?
I'm fine.
Night to be alone in this place. Light. There we go. Who is it?
Please don't ask for ID. I'm about to be swept out to sea.
Mason? What are you doing out in weather like this?
I brought you the Pesca deposition. You're going to need it tomorrow morning.
Thank you. When the power comes back on, I'll have my hair dryer blow this dry so I can read it. Thank you.
But what about me? I'm more important than a deposition. Just as wet. My teeth are chattering. It's more than it can say.
I'm sorry. Here, take your coat. I've come over by the fireplace.
It's kind of you to be so forgiving after what I said to you this afternoon.
Well, nobody said that I was being forgiving. I just don't like you looking like a wet cat.
I would have preferred wet lion.
I know you would prefer that, but you look like a wet cat. Take your coat off. We'll warm you up, and you can see what an expert fire builder I really am.
All right, I guess it's safe. I'm too wet to make decent kindling.
We're going to pack all of these samples in ice and refrigerate them until the power comes back on.
Yeah, you know, I suppose matter is a perishable substance.
Unlike certain emotions. You know, you and Kelly have a very interesting relationship.
Bizarre is more like it.
The time you spent together avoiding capture, that must have brought you very close.
You know, you seem to know a lot about me.
I make it a point to find out as much as I can about my employees.
Oh, I suppose that is a wise precaution. How many employees do you have?
Well, only two. You and Dr. Marcus so far. And then, of course, Elena, my daughter.
Oh? Didn't know you had a daughter.
Oh, yes. She's young, high-spirited. She's very much like Kelly. I think the two of you are going to get along rather well.
Well, is she here with you?
Nope, she's coming up to join me. She's not an employee, actually, but she works on all my projects with me.
That's nice. I kind of like having a built-in assistant, huh? So is there a Mrs. Nicholas?
Jeffrey, are you here?
Yeah, over here.
Hi.
What are you doing back here?
Sand Pit Road is blocked, and I can't get out. It's all flooded.
You're more than welcome to ride the storm out with us.
Oh, thanks. That'd be great. It's a wild out there.
Look, make yourself comfortable, or as comfortable as you can in these clinical surroundings. I'm going to check on the lab animals. You can finish this up for me, can't you?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about
Great.
it. Sure.
Thanks.
Here.
Having fun?
No, just doing my job.
Well, the job should be fun, or what's the point?
But the point is earning money here. You don't like thunder?
I don't mind it.
There aren't many things that you're afraid of, are there?
No, including thunder, and say I don't have phobias, like some people. So, here we are once again, stuck together.
But seeing as though we're here stuck together, you might as well make yourself useful. Here.
What are they?
Test tubes, and they're to go in this ice over here.
Oh, I know it. What are they for? What is this? Some kind of like weird genetic experiment or something?
You've been watching too many monster movies.
Well, what are they then?
I don't know. I'm sure I probably wouldn't even understand if Dr. Nicholas told me. I know my instructions are to put them in this ice, and those are your instructions too, okay?
You know, I got a better idea. Why don't I just set them right here and let you glare at them? I think they'll get cold enough. See what I mean?
Let's try working inside it, shall we?
Yeah, that ought to keep you there.
Looks very professional.
You okay?
A little bit shaky still.
I think you ought to go to an emergency room just to be on the safe side.
Oh, no, don't worry about me. There'll probably be a lot of people who need medical care more than I do tonight. I'm just glad you were here when I needed you. Guess I'm not quite as independent as I thought I was.
And who is? I've weathered erupting volcanoes, and forest fires and earthquakes, and I still like a cool hand on my forehead when I have a fever.
Well, anyway, thanks for your cool hand and your cool head. And a great many other things, actually.
I thought you could use something hot to drink. And I know how you like your tea, so...
Thank you, Alice.
You're welcome.
You're shivering.
I'm all right now.
If you ask me, it doesn't seem to be getting any better.
No, it doesn't, does it? Is your life always like this?
Like what? Stormy?
Yeah, in a sense. You know, full of high adventure and jeopardy and suspense.
I don't know that it ever was.
It certainly has since you've been with me. Yeah, starting from the first day I met you, you've been smack dab in the middle of one crisis after another. I don't think I've caught my breath yet.
Truthfully, I've never thought of it that way, but maybe you're right. Maybe I do have this yearning desire for risks and excitement. Keeps me alive, anyway.
Yeah, sometimes only alive by the skin of your teeth.
Oh, Jeffrey, you're complaining. You didn't seem to hate it too much. I, seem to remember, you had a small amount of excitement in you.
Well, there are certain kinds of excitement.
I've noticed.
Did you get a hold of Victoria?
No, the phone lines are still down. I don't know if she's all right or not. I couldn't reach her at Johnny's.
I'm sure she's fine, Mason. Really, Britt probably drove her home.
I couldn't reach Johnny's either. There's no phones, no power, nothing.
Hey, look, she's probably as worried about you right now as you are about her. I mean, you're safe. There's no reason why she shouldn't be.
Well, what have we here?
Oh, not much. Just some mineral water, tuna fish, peanut butter, crackers.
That's an eclectic assortment.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting company, so it's the best that I could come up with on short notice, unless you'd like to have the frozen leg of lamb that's in my freezer right now.
No, I'll leave that to any frozen wolves that come to your door.
Well?
I was wet, not frozen.
Help yourself.
Thank you. Shall I prepare one for you?
That would be nice, thank you.
Wind chimes. Really come into their own on a night like this. Glad you're finally getting some use out of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, they'll probably keep me up all night.
But if you're having trouble sleeping, just read that deposition I brought you. I think Rita went to sleep just typing it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to read it. Would you like some mineral water?
No, I'll do the honors. It never rains, but I pour. I was starving. This is excellent tuna salad, by the way.
Thank you very much. I catch them myself. Well, actually, I don't catch them. They swim up to my door, and I open up the door and let them in, and after that, it's freeze.
That's barbaric of you. I could never kill a tuna that swam all the way up to my door.
That's because you're a better man than I am.
Must be fun, living by the ocean. I always wanted a house on the water.
Yeah, well, this seems like it's going to turn into a houseboat.
I think this is a first for us, you know.
What do you mean?
We've been through a lot of storms together. Never one caused by the weather.
Can you handle that?
Hello? Mason? Mason, are you here?
Yeah, there has to be something more productive than standing around watching it rain. Are you hungry?
Ever know a time when I wasn't?
No, I haven't. Let's raid this sucker. It's all going to spoil anyway.
Good Lord, how do you find what you want?
Aha! I have a very highly developed tactile sense, the hands of an artiste, remember?
All right. Just don't pull out any white mice or anything, okay?
Okay, here we go. Cheese,
Cheese?
little ham, lots of et ceteras.
Great. Ooh, and mustard. We're going to have a feast. We're going to have a feast. Ooh, oh, bread would be great. We could make some great sandwiches. You don't have any bread, do you?
My dear, what is a scientific laboratory without a sliced bread?
Oh,
Here you
dear
go.
God. Yes. Right on. This is great.
Okay.
I hope Dr. Nicholas won't mind. He won't mind, will he?
No, not if we don't get food poisoning, you won't. There you go.
You remember how many times we scrounged for food on the run?
Believe me, I have triple-decker memories of that time.
Oh, no pun intended. Well,
There you go.
good. I just hope you don't forget them.
Why? Why should the memories I keep be of interest to you?
Hello.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, administration decided to evacuate the building. Now, they set up an emergency shelter in the student union, so you better come with me. It'll be a lot safer. Come on.
Yeah.
I think it will be a lot safer.
A lot safer.
And all access roads to the beach have now been closed by the Highway Patrol. Sightseers are urged to stay away from the beaches because of the expected high surf. Power and telephone lines are down throughout the city, and utility companies are doubtful that service can be restored before morning.
I don't like it. I just wish I knew that Victoria got back safely.
I'm sure she's safe in the apartment.
Assuming she got back there, which we're not sure of.
I don't know, Mason. She seems like a woman to me who knows how to come in out of the rain.
I still worry. My responsibility now, you know.
Kind of interesting seeing you, husband. It's nice. A little out of character.
Well, give me 10 or 20 years. You'll get used to it.
Seems like you're happy.
I am.
I'm glad.
It's been a little rough on Victoria, however. The family hasn't exactly gone out of their way to make her feel like one of them, which had better start changing in short order. Well, that's enough about me and mine. What about you and yours? How does it feel living next to the great Cruz Castillo?
It's fine.
I think it was a smart move. I hope you're happy with the job, too.
Yeah, I'm a real adult now. I have a new job, a new house, and credit cards.
You ever still think of having a child?
Sometimes. Now and then, off and on. On and on. How about you?
Sometime. Especially now that I'm married.
Well, I think it would be a shame if you didn't. Because I think you're good father material, Mason. I really do.
Check the phone.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is the line still dead?
Yeah. I just wish I knew for sure that Victoria was safe.
Mason? Who's there?
Don't scream. Don't make a sound if you want to stay alive.